A Napa guy knows the only way you'd give a freshly minted driver a brand new car is if he promises to never drive it. Instead, let him grind the gears and knock over the neighbor's mailbox in something a little more suited to his skill level. And with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, he can safely drive something that's nearly as old as he is. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for him. That's Napa know-how.
Blog Talk Radio.
Well, good evening, folks. And thank you for tuning in with me once again to another edition of True Conservative Radio. And of course, I am your host, excuse me, the man they call Ghost. I'm getting choked up, for heaven's sake. Anyway, folks, I'd like to thank you very much for tuning in with me. It is episode number 174 for all the folks that are tuning in and are keeping track with the True Conservative Radio program. It has been some time since I conducted a broadcast, folks. And before we get started, I'd like to let everybody know that we do have a new chat room. For all the folks that have been emailing me up saying that it's just not fun, it's not True Conservative Radio without seeing some interactive chat rooms, I have made the new chat room on Pal Talk chat network, and for all you folks that want to get an official link, you can go to my Twitter site, twitter.com/ghostpolitics. I have posted the link to the official new chat room of the True Conservative Radio program. This is a little bit more secure for all the folks that want to have a little bit of level of anonymity or don't want to be in a precarious situation because of some vulnerabilities of some inferior software that's provided by the parent company that's provided this broadcast. So, once again, folks, if you want to chat with us here at the True Conservative Radio program, once again, Pal Talk, the name of the chat room is True Conservative Radio, hosted by Ghost. It is in the political section under government issues, and I'd like to hear you. I'd like to see you here. And, of course, if you don't want to do all that, you can call me up here. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. And, of course, if you don't have a pair of balls to call in, you can always send me a tweet on the little Twitter account. And, of course, the Twitter name to follow and the Twitter name to send it to is Ghost Politics. All one word, no underscores. Anyway, folks, I want to say that the reason that I haven't conducted a broadcast in such a long time, folks, is because, you know, it's just not enough inspiration. I mean, you know, I step outside my door, I take a good whiff of America, and once again, it just smells like a dirty, smelly, disgusting, used-up urinal. I mean, you've got single-parent families as the majority of the day. You've got imbeciles who are out here completely complacent with being mooches of society and collecting entitlements instead of making a contribution, instead of paying some taxes, instead of participating in a proper manner in your political, social, and economic functions. But instead, we've got loser America. We've got, I mean, I don't even know what to call it. I mean, I'm tongue-tied, for heaven's sake. But this is America, isn't it, folks? Huh? This is America. Welcome to the new liberal corporate socialist America, folks. I hope you like it, because this is what all of you wanted, no matter if it was Democrat, no matter if it was Republican. This is America. This is the new America, folks. Welcome to the new America, folks. Welcome to the new America. Welcome to the new America. The America of entitlements. The America of losers. Welcome to America! Hey, well, welcome to Sinful America, huh, folks? This is it. This is it. Welcome to the new America! We're from America! The new America! The new America! Go ahead and sing it, folks. Sing the new American song. Sing the song of corporate socialism. We're from America, aren't we? Welcome to America, folks. Yeah, all right. Shut it off. Get it off! Yeah, that's right. We're from America. This is the new America. And for all you folks that were wondering what that disgusting lyric was, that was the new song from the fellow Satanist of American culture, Marilyn Manson, who has titled this song, We're From America. And I found it just so suitable to play it this evening, because this is exactly what we're turning into. Some disgusting, heathen, animalistic, disgusting, pathetic parasite of a human race, instead of us understanding that we all are on this earth and we all must make a contribution in some fashion. We've got those that insist upon not doing so. Once again, folks, before I move on any further, I'd like for everybody to please go to my Twitter site at twitter.com/ghostpolitics. We do have a new official chat room. We've got a few people already in here. I want to thank the people that are in here. What's going on, people? It's on Pal Talk. If you want to download the program, you can. If not, there is a link where you can just click, and you can just go ahead and chat with us on the browser. And the link of that is on my Twitter site, folks. So once again, go to the Twitter site, twitter.com/ghostpolitics. It should be the first post that you see when you go there currently. But once again, if you don't want to do that, go to paltalk.com, download the program. Tell them OG_Ghost sent you. And make sure to check us out. It's True Conservative Radio, hosted by Ghost, and it is in the politics chat. So come on down, folks, and kick back with us for a little bit. And, of course, if you don't want to do that, you can hit us up on the Twitter. Are we getting any tweets here? No, we're not getting any tweets. You can tweet me up, once again, Ghost Politics. And if you've got something to say to me, please, by all means, give me a call, 646-652-4869. It's international disorder, folks. International disorder. When we were on here, we were talking about the disorder in Greece. And let me tell you something. All right? Let me tell you something about what's happening in the international community. Because, of course, we saw the disorder in Greece, and that was broadcasted all over the business channels. And, of course, that caused the attempted stock manipulation that happened on May 6th between the time of 2:40 and 2:50 p.m. Eastern Time. But we're having more riots, folks, out of Thailand, a bustling economy in the heart of Asia. They are on civil unrest at this point, at an even more dangerous level than Greece was. And believe me, they were killing people in Greece because they couldn't retire at 45 and lay on the beach and to chew each other up the ass or whatever they wanted to do. They were pissed off and burning banks up, killing people. They're doing the same thing in Thailand. The stability of the government is questionable. And this type of civil unrest, in my view, may spread across Europe because of the fact that these governments cannot continue to withstand the cost of taking care of a society that's just complacent, that just wants to just, kick back and, sit on their fat asses and not have any contribution to their country. And the people, because they have become accustomed to this, cosmopolitan socialist European lifestyle of, having, 5-hour work days with 2 hours or 3-hour lunch hours, sipping fine wines while you're, working the assembly line at work or whatever the hell they do out there in Europe, they're going to have to work like us American folks who understand, or at least used to understand, the meaning of you get what you put in and you get what you deserve, and that's exactly what capitalism is, and that's exactly what this program promotes to the fullest extent. But it is international disorder, folks. I think it's going to spread. Thailand, like I said, at this point is being taken over. Major economic capitalist districts were taken over this morning. The stock exchange, Thailand Stock Exchange, was actually overrun by the so-called poor in Thailand, the red shirts. These are individuals that are from the peasant societies, agrarian societies, and other impoverished areas of Thailand that feel that they're not getting, their fair share and want a redistribution of wealth. And instead of actually conducting themselves in a proper manner and, possibly playing the capitalist game, these idiots want to unravel the whole country, cause the whole place to go into civil unrest, and just completely destroy everything for everybody. And this is what I've been saying on a consistent basis, folks, that's the liberal idea. That's the liberal concept. We saw it with Joe Stack, that ass clown from Austin, Texas, that rammed his private jet. Like everybody has a private jet, but he decided to ram his private jet into an IRS building because, if I can't have the IRS, or if I can't have the jet, and if I can't have my house, no one can have it, and that's all there is to it, bastards. And he left a damn suicide note, this Joe Stack character, attempting to facilitate some kind of communist uprising with his so-called martyrdom episode with throwing a damn stupid prop plane into the IRS building in Austin, Texas. It was an utter disgrace, but like I've said in my blogs, and of course, folks, if you haven't checked out the blog, the official blog of the True Conservative Radio program is ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. That's ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. I talked about this in one of the blog posts called The Coming Loser Revolution. The Coming American Loser Revolution. And let me tell you, we are just creeping ever much so closer as each day goes by for this pending American Loser Revolution. Now, what is exactly this going to entail? Well, it's going to entail a lot of the episodes that we're seeing throughout Europe. It's going to see a lot. You're going to see a lot of these things throughout Europe. Now, why am I saying this? I am in no way, let me underscore this before I have any more discourse about the subject matter. I am in no way trying to provoke any kind of civil unrest. On the contrary, if you look at my commentary, I've been trying to prevent that sort of thing. I've been trying to, solve this matter in a more civil and peaceful manner. I don't want civil disorder. I want liberty. I want protection of property. I want the rule of law. But we're losing it as each day goes by because a lot of different factors, and we've talked about all of them on this program. But we're going to see a pending American loser revolution because these imbeciles that are out here today in America, they are not going to accept what's going to happen if this economy of America is going to have any kind of lasting chance in the coming millennium, or in the new millennium, I should say. We have to cut government entitlements down to 20% of the GDP, which, let's get real, folks. I don't think that's even possible because, once you start talking about cutting here and cutting there, people are going to start civil freaking rioting, just like they did in Greece, just like they're doing right now in Thailand. They're going to do it here in Spain and Portugal. Mark my word, they're going to do it in Italy because these people are already at the worst case scenario. America's getting there because of this damn liberal regime and all the other regimes that have taken control of this bureaucratic mechanism of the United States government and have spent countless of our tax dollars in our name. But we're going to see something like this here in the near future, and I've been saying this from day one. From day one, I've been saying this crap, and everybody's called me some kind of a conspiracy theorist, some kind of loco nut job of some sort. Anyway, folks, I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. And if you want to chat with us, folks, the new official chat room is on Pal Talk Chat Network. If you want to download the program, it's optional, of course. I'm not promoting this. These people are not paying me to advertise this. I'm just doing this for security purposes, for safety reasons. It'll give individuals who actually want to conduct a conversation with other conservatives and other capitalists and other taxpayers is a secure fashion. Pal Talk Network is the name, or paltalk.com. You can either download the program, or I have posted a link to the website or the web page to where you can download this program to a web browser. For those of you that want to know the web browser one, I'm going to try to read it out loud to you. Please, have a pen and paper or type it in your web browser right now. All right? http://express.paltalk.com/?GID equals 1175 111061. And of course, if you couldn't get all that, for heaven's sake, go to the damn chat or go to the damn the Twitter account, you milky lickers. Go to the damn Twitter at twitter.com/ghostpolitics. And it's the first damn tweet on there. It says Conservative Radio is now live. Chat live with us, and just click that link, and you should be able to chat with us right now. Anyway, folks, spread the word like wildfire. Well, I want to get some more people in this chat room. We've got Fridges in the chat room. Somebody named Avery, some Canadian named Avery, just left the room. Maybe that was for the best. Once again, folks, I want to hear from you. This is an interactive show. 646-652-4869. We're waiting for a few more callers before I start taking calls here. But once again, we were talking about a little bit of international disorder that may or may not come to the United States mainland. And the reason that there's so much international disorder, once again, is because of the fact that the governments of these socialist countries were fiscally irresponsible, because socialism doesn't work. Socialism destroys a country. Socialism creates a two-tier system. It creates a two-tier system where you have supra-elitists, whether it's intellectual, financial, bureaucratic elitists. That's all one category, and then you have all the other schmoes that are begging the government for entitlements, and they're in bread lines. Utterly disgusting. And this is why civil unrest is happening in the international community, and we're going to continue to see it, as sick as it sounds. I mean, we're going to continue to see it because these people can't believe that their socialist dream, their idea of retiring at 45 and soaking in the suns in the Athens beach and getting entitlements like $8,000 to $9,000 a month, they thought that was going to continue on like it was, some day in the sun of some sort. Well, it all came back to haunt them. They had to pay the piper. And now they don't want to hear about it. They don't want to hear that they have to go back to work. They don't want to hear that they have to actually do something for a gosh darn living. Good Lord. Anyway, we're getting some more people in the chat room, folks. Conservative TNT, what's going on? Avery 78 came back. Fridges is in the house. We want to see some more people in the new official True Conservative Radio chat room. For those of you that want to download the actual program, it's paltalk.com, and search for us in the government section. It's called, the room is named True Conservative Radio, hosted by Ghost. Or you can go ahead and go to the Twitter site, twitter.com/ghostpolitics. It's the first poster, the first tweet that you see. Click that link, and you'll be able to download the chat room through your web browser instead of downloading it through a whole program. Either way, I want to see you here. Once again, we got an aggressive conservative in the house. We've got a lot of individuals sitting here listening to the True Conservative radio program. I want to talk about another subject matter that I have always brought up as a focal point of my commentary, and that's about the stupid idiot Glenn Beck. Now, the reason I have been so critical of Glenn Beck, because I know, just by observing this bastard every now and then that I observe him, I can tell that either he or people on his staff who gather up the jargon for him to spew out have ripped off material and content and have also ripped off how things were going to go, ripped off prognostications. They have ripped off a lot of subject matters that have been discussed on my program, and I know it, Glenn Beck, you bastard. But on top of that, I know I may sound like a little bitter about that, but I also alluded to the fact that Glenn Beck is a gold peddler. That's right. I said that Glenn Beck was a freaking gold peddler. And what does that mean exactly? Well, you know, for all the rhetoric that he tells us about the liberal regime, which, you know, we all know the liberal regime are just a bunch of soulless, bureaucratic, you know, Leninist assholes who think that they know better than everybody else because they were able to attain the bureaucratic political power of whatever position that they entail. But when Beck talks about the liberal regime and he talks about this, he talks about that, he also encompasses a lot of economic talk. You know, just as I do, I always talk a little bit about economics, about how we consume more than we produce. You know, America doesn't produce anything anymore except for cheeseburgers and pornography. You know, we have nothing. I mean, let's be honest, folks, we have nothing. And the economic contraction of 2008 showed us that just that little economic contraction threw us back economically at least 10, 15 years. And now, to remedy that, we have a liberal regime in power that wants to spend more of our gosh darn money. And they want to dilute the American dollar. They want to, you know, just... I don't know, in my personal opinion, I think they want to destroy the economic system so they can implement this corporate socialist garbage that I have alluded to on the previous program, and I will continue to allude to as long as this program exists. But I think that's exactly what's happening here, and we've got Glenn Beck. The reason I bring it up is because old Anthony Weiner, you know, the liberal regime's bureaucratic messenger boy, you know, this stupid little weasel that doesn't know how to answer a direct question. You know, if you know, for all you folks that have checked out my blog, it was one of the last blogs that I have posted about Anthony Weiner trying to evade a question. He was trying to evade the question on whether or not there was a mandate to get health care, or there was a penalty to not get health insurance under the new health care bill. And Anthony Weiner claimed that there was no penalty, that there's no penalty if no one gets health insurance or if someone doesn't participate. But it's in the law that you do get penalized. As a matter of fact, you get fined. And if you don't pay those fines, you could possibly go to jail. Anyway, Anthony Weiner decided that he wanted to be Mr. Big Bureaucrat. And maybe he was listening to my show. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I pretty much criticized this man lower than a leprechaun's nutsack. But he decided to take what I have always said about not only Glenn Beck, but Mike Savage, Mark Levin. These idiots are gold-peddling, pump-and-dump assholes. If they were really concerned about the America's well-being, they wouldn't sit here and pump and dump some precious metal like gold. I mean, you know, if you want to think of things economically, I've said this time and time again, what purpose does gold serve besides being a shiny freaking object? Besides being a shiny freaking rock? What purpose does gold serve besides, you know, making bling for rappers and gold teeth and, you know, that other crap? What's the purpose? There is no purpose. There is no purpose. I mean, you're more likely, once all this bubble, because believe me, there is a bubble going on in gold, thanks to all these assholes out here that are pumping and dumping this crap. There is going to be a bubble here, and once it bursts, what's going to prevail are more of the industrial materials, like copper, What else is going to prevail are commodities. I believe, and I've always said that commodities are 80% undervalued at bare minimum. At bare minimum, I think that they're 80% undervalued because, let's be frank, the only way that America is going to be able, or at least any American is going to be able to crawl themselves out of this recession is to be able to produce something. And the only thing that America is good at producing from the ground up is its fertile lands of vegetation and livestock and agriculture. And I think that everybody needs to take a close eye at, commodities in the next 10 years and its influence on American economics. Instead of looking at gold,
Hey, look, I bought gold bars, guy. I got a bunch of gold bars here.
Yeah, great. If the economy collapsed, do you think anybody's going to give a crap about a shiny gold bar? They're going to care about food, you asshole. All right, they're going to be caring about clothing and shelter and materials to build those things that are essential to live. Not being exposed to the elements and that sort of thing. You fruity, milky liquors. But no, you got Glenn Beck, of course, being called out by Anthony Weiner. And the reason Anthony Weiner's calling him out is because, Anthony Weiner wants to show that he is the big, great bureaucrat that's looking after the people. Yes, I am the big bureaucrat, and I am looking after the people. So he's, having some sort of inquiry or some sort of report that wants to be done on this gold company that's affiliated with Glenn Beck's show, and trying to figure out, let's see, is there a conflict of interest here? Of course there is, you idiot. I've been saying it ever since this idiot took the airwaves. And on top of which, he rips me off. And if you happen to know Glenn Beck's email address, you tell him I said that. You tell him, I don't really appreciate you ripping me off, Glenn Beck, you milky liquor. 646-652-4869 is the number to call. You're listening to the True Conservative Radio program. Before we take a couple of callers here, I want to see some more chat room attendees here. We're on the paltalk.com chat network. The name is True Conservative Radio, hosted by Ghost, under the politics section of the list there. And, of course, if you don't want to go through all that, go to my Twitter website at twitter.com/ghostpolitics and click the link that's on the first tweet post on that website, and that'll give you a link to where you can just chat with us without having to download a bunch of programs or having to install anything. You can chat with us directly from the browser. So don't be a milky liquor. Don't be a lazy bastard. Stop tickling your ass crack. Go with us right now. Click the link, Ghost Politics at Twitter. Click the link, and I want to see some people chatting with us. Let's take some calls here. 479, you're on the air.
I'm Ghost. Hi, how you doing? Oh my God, you're so hot. I like your lips. You're Ghost. I'm Ghost. Ghost.
Are you affiliated with Adam Lambert by any chance?
No. Do you remember last night? You tickled my asshole.
Get him off! See, once again, this is some liberal agitators here, I wouldn't be surprised if this is just a bunch of fruity asses that are a little upset that, I called out a certain group of people that want to give oral copulation between two men across the street from an elementary school, and they want it protected by the First Amendment. And I don't agree with that, so they call up acting like they just popped out of the anal passage of George Michael servicing a damn glory hole in some Los Angeles Park bathroom somewhere, trying to agitate the program here on the True Conservative Radio program, and I really don't goddamn appreciate it. So I want to hear from some real people. 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. I don't want to hear any more of these, fruity little milky liquors that sound like,
hello?
Anyway, let me calm my ass down. 619, you're on the air.
Hello? Ghost?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, what's up, Ghost? I was calling just to congratulate you for your show. It's really inspiring. To be honest, I was one of those guys that come from 4chan. I was gonna prank call you, but you really changed my life and the way I see politics goes.
I hope you're serious. I hope this isn't a barrel roll, but I really appreciate it if you're really serious.
Yes, Ghost. And yeah, I agree with you with something. To be honest, I am obviously Mexican myself, but I'm a legal one. Legal.
Yeah.
But I dislike illegal immigrants just for the facts that you point out that they're like taxpayer stealers and stuff like that.
Of course they're taxpayer stealers. I mean,
yeah.
Legal immigrants of this country, it doesn't matter if they're Mexican or Chinese, Korean, it doesn't matter what legal immigrant, ethnic minority status you are. If you are a legal citizen that has come from another country and you've gone through the whole bureaucratic process of coming into this country and becoming a citizen, and now that you're a citizen, you're capitalizing, you're working, you're making businesses. Let me tell you, people that I talk to the most are individuals who are legalized natural citizens who have, broken English and that sort of thing, and they spit on these people that are not only the illegal immigrants mooching off of our tax-paying dollars, but just the loser American people in general, the people that are collecting entitlements, the people that are collecting housing voucher programs and food cards, free, there's so many things for free. You can get free cell phone now. You can get free Wi-Fi access now. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's bullshit. But I also want to point. I'm surprised you haven't talked about the Arizona thing. What's going on in Arizona with the illegal immigrants and stuff?
Well, actually, we're going to talk about that later on here. Because I don't know if that really helps the process any, because what it's done, it's infuriated the whole idea that it's America versus the Mexican community. I mean, that's what it's a polarizing situation. I think it was very inappropriate. It could have been done in another fashion. They could have approached the federal government and said, "Hey, look, we need to cut federal funding to cities that are providing sanctuary for illegal immigrants to stay, they're getting driver's licenses, they're working, they're getting housing, they're cashing checks, and, these safe haven cities are allowing them to do so. Why don't we just cut the federal funds that are going to their cities so that, they no longer have police and no longer have fire trucks going to put out fires, and then they'll start realizing that, hey, we need to start taking care of American people and naturalize American citizens who abide by the rule of law, then, allowing anybody to come in and out of our borders. If that's the case, we might as well have open borders, which I don't want, but open borders between Canada and Mexico, which is an agenda within this government that has been underlying and in secret for a long period of time.
Well, yeah, I agree with you. And, that's about it. And
well, hey, I want to thank you very much for calling in, and, it's your time now, man. How old are you?
18.
You're 17, 18. It's your time now to start telling these old people who have left you no economic opportunity whatsoever, that are forcing you to go to college so that you can go and put yourself $100,000 into debt before you even go into the economic game out here. And then when you go into the economic game, there's no jobs. I mean, the best you can do is become a manager of a Chili's, or be the manager of a movie theater, or some kind of service industry garbage like that. Young people like yourself, it doesn't matter what race. If you're an American, if you're a taxpayer, do you have a job by any chance, man?
No, I'm getting one.
Well, it doesn't matter if you do or you don't. You're still a young man. But when you do, make sure you save that money. Make sure that when you save it, get around other people that are doing what you're doing and have them save money, and then approach these financial institutions and tell them to bankroll whatever it is you want to bankroll. But, of course, be fiscally responsible about it. And that's what the American dream is. That's what these, individuals that are becoming legalized citizens that are coming to this country, that's what they're doing. And they're loving it, just like every American should be loving it. But we're not. We're converting into socialists, and it's crap. We're going to be Mexico if we're not careful. And in Mexico, you're either filthy rich or you're dirt poor. And that's not what America was built on, but that's what most Americans want. And I think that individuals like you, sir, which is a young man, you know, who actually is looking at the political spectrum and seeing that there's a lot of things wrong here, it's time for you to rise up and start spray painting on the wall, death to the welfare state. Start posting, you know how the 4chan started doing the barrel rolls and all this other stuff. You need to start showing the system that you're not going to sit here and be forced to pay Social Security, be forced in a lack of economic opportunity, be forced into subjugated serfdom because your parents and previous generations didn't look out for you. It's time for you to start looking out for yourself and being just as radical as these idiots were for leftism in 1960s.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry, man. I'm getting a little out of hand, but I want to thank you, man. Do you have a blog or something? Why don't you? Do you have a website or something?
No, I don't have one. But
you should. You should get a blog. Call me up next time I do a show. Get a blog, and we'll promote it for you right here on the radio show.
Oh, that's cool. All right. So, Ghost, don't give up.
I'm not giving up, man. Thank you very much for the call, and you're an inspiration, and as for the young people of today, use that young man as an inspiration. He was calling up. He was doing the barrel rolls. He was doing, all that other nonsense. But, he understands that there's some serious crap going on in America. Not only in America, but throughout the world. Throughout the world, there's stuff happening here. And what's really unfortunate that all this spending, all the government entitlements that are being spent right now, all the money that are being put out for these wars, oh, yeah, all these bailouts, we just gave bailouts to damn Greece so that they wouldn't riot anymore, so they wouldn't riot in the streets for being ungrateful socialists. Yeah, that came out of our tax dollars, too. Oh, yeah, all that Haiti stuff and all we're just humanitarians of the world. All this crap on our children's backs, not only our children, but our great-great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren. And does anybody seem to care? No, of course not. And you see, that's my criticism of both political spectrums in today's American political system. And this is why I tell the youth of America, I know that you were bamboozled by this Obama star fetish idea. I mean, look at how they presented him. They presented him as if he was the second coming of Christ through this state-run media. But let me tell you, it's time for you to start realizing that this is a sick game, and the only way that you're going to get any kind of recognition is if you stand up and you demand it. You stand up and you justify it. You stand up and say, hey, we want capitalism. We don't want socialism. I want the opportunity to be something in life. I don't want some bureaucrat to tell me what I'm going to be in life. I don't want some bureaucrat to tell me how much I'm going to eat, how much I'm going to sleep, how much I'm going to drive, how much I'm going to do anything. I mean, you have to understand, folks, the young people are getting screwed. The young people and the taxpayer. Let me tell you something, folks. I vow, if this, and God forbid, please, God forbid that this damn thing that's happening all over the international community doesn't happen to America. But if it does, I will give my life. I will give my life to the youth and the taxpayer. Because those are the last two groups keeping this great country alive. Those are the last two groups that have the inspiration to change this bamboozlement of this country, this subjugation of this country, the serfdom of this country. Those are the two groups that we need to hit, and we need to hit hard. We need to rise from out of this socialist crap. And we need to show the bureaucratic authority of government. We need to show the corporate entities that have merged with government. We need to show them. We need to show them that we mean business. Now, I know there's a lot of people in here, and a lot of people listening on the internet that are in America that are taking kudos in what happened this past, I don't know, Tuesday with the primaries. Rand Paul And for you folks who don't know Rand Paul is Ron Paul's son. And he's running for, I don't know what the hell he's running for in Kentucky. I don't really care. But they won the primary running as a Tea Party Republican, even though I thought Tea Party was its own party. But Rand Paul is running as a Tea Party Republican, assumingly off of the money that his father raised during all that stupid Ron Paul revolution crap. All right? But individuals are taking credit that we're changing the United States because of Rand Paul winning the primary. I mean, didn't we just hear this crap about Scott Brown? I mean, I talked about this on my blog as soon as Scott Brown was elected, that this idiot was a liberal in disguise. And look at what happened. He was one of the deciding votes in this stupid this health insurance mandate. Yeah, when Mark Levin was out there with a little squeaky-ass fruity voice saying, yeah, we're taking our country back. You twerps. Yeah, you twerps, we're taking our country back. Yeah, right, you idiots don't know your asses from your elbow, and that's why I'm saying, folks, this coming election, we need to vote for people that have no affiliation with the Republican Party, no affiliation with the Democratic Party. We don't need any of this crap. All right? I mean, what we need is people that are going to vote the constituency's will. And what we've had thus far are individuals that are voting and that are initiating legislation that they deem is necessary and appropriate. Not the constituency's will, but what they deem. Because remember, this is like Leninist idealism. Like, oh yes, we are the bureaucrat elite. Yes, we know better than the regular peasant peon people. Yeah, we don't know nothing. We are the intellectual intelligentsia of the leftist supreme, the vanguard against the people. Give me a break. 646-652-4869. I want to hear from you. I want to take some callers here, and at the same time, we're getting more people here in the chat room, and for all you folks that want to chat live with us, the easiest way to do it, if you don't want to download programs or anything of that nature, go to my Twitter page, Ghost Politics, all one word, no underscores, GhostPolitics, Ghost Politics, and click the first link that's in the first or the last tweet that I did about 43 minutes ago. Click that link and you will be at the new official True Conservative chat room, and of course it is at the paltalk.com chat network. The name of the room is True Conservative Radio, hosted by Ghost, and it's located in the politics section. And of course, folks, I'm not getting paid for any of this crap, and I'm not, the only reason I'm promoting this website is because it's a secure chat room. It provides stability. And I really do appreciate that type of level of stability. Blog Talk Radio, they're just not, they're not cutting it on the chat room end. And until they do, I'm not switching from this Pal Talk. And on top of which, folks, after the show, I will be voice chatting, because this is a voice chat community and a video chat and all this crap. I will be voice chatting with individuals and just discussing politics after the show. That's what's so cool about joining us right now in the Pal Talk chat room. True Conservative Radio, hosted by Ghost, is the chat room. It's in the politics section. Once again, you can get through that by downloading the program at paltalk.com, or you can go to my Twitter page, Ghost Politics, and click the first link on the first tweet. Anyway, it's a freaking mouthful, for heaven's sake. But anyway, I just wanted to say, in segueing into another subject matter, that I was one of the first, actually the first, to call out Beck and Savage and all those ass clowns for being gold peddlers. Nothing more, nothing less. Pump and dump assholes. And now the liberal regime is about to throw it in their face. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a couple of callers here. 646-652-4869. 475 area code, you're on the air.
Hello?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Ghost? This is Rob from Spain.
Rob from Spain?
Yep.
What's going on?
I've been listening to your show for a long time. I actually studied it in the States, back in the States. Let me tell you something. You always talk about land. You know how the money lends you, the bank lends you money for college. You know, you can't get this because you'll be in debt for your whole life, man. I mean, you got it. You're big.
Hello? Hey, why'd you hang up? Anyway, I was assuming that you're talking about something about, I don't know, something about student loans. Well, the only reason I say that people shouldn't take student loans is because, well, everybody's taking student loans. And if everybody's taking student loans, that means everybody's going to college. And if everybody's going to college, that means they're going to saturate the market with college degrees. And the only people that are going to get work in a saturated market with college degrees are the ones who got degrees in work that was not necessarily, looked highly upon, or, those that weren't attractive to those, minds that wanted to,
I'm living the dream. I'm doing what I want to do for work.
Anyway, let's take some more callers here. 718, you're on the air.
Hey, Ghost, am I on the air?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Hey, I'm actually calling from 4chan too, and I was actually gonna prank call the show, but actually like your show a lot now, and I was just calling to tell you that you should do more episodes and stuff like that. And
well, I would love to, but let me tell you something. I'm getting a little messed with by federal authorities or some nefarious activity out here. Believe me. I mean, did you hear the episode? I believe it was 2 or 3 episodes ago where choppers were going over my house at 2 in the morning.
Yeah, but I doubt those were. I don't know if you're.
I don't know. I'm starting to feel like I'm being followed. I don't want to be some like paranoid schizophrenic out here, but I am exposing a lot of the contradictions that are within the government and exposing the merging of Wall Street and corporate enterprise with government. And this is something that they don't really want exposed here. They just want to do it right from underneath our noses and say that, hey, look, we did it in transparent fashion, even though it's so complex and complicated. People just don't really understand it. I'm the one putting it in layman's terms, and I don't think they really appreciate it.
Well, Ghost, even if they're after you, got to keep doing what you're doing because we need someone like you. And I just wanted to call to wish you the best of luck and tell you keep doing what you're doing. All right?
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate it, man. And another 4channer. Saying, hey, keep on trucking. I want to say thank you very much. And let me tell you, I'm glad that you're starting to realize that I'm not some, crack pipe, ass clown that's just trying to, come up on here and rabble rouse or ruffle feathers or anything of that nature. Absolutely not. I mean, what I'm trying to do is trying to wake the minds of the taxpayer and the youth, and have those two groups realize that it's our time now, all right, the taxpayer, the individuals that's not collecting entitlements. Those are the people I speak of. And the youth that has been robbed of 2-parent family systems in most cases, a youth that has been robbed the Christmas Story, the movie The Christmas Story, that kind of a life, that kind of a loving Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever your holidays are. You miss that sort of thing because you never had it. The youth that's out there that has been misdirected, that has been subjugated by our disgusting, despicable state-run education system. The youth that has been told that the only thing that they're worth is being consumers and star fetishing and having circle jerks over idiots like Adam Lambert and whatever the latest face they shove down our freaking throats on the boob tube. I'm glad the youth are starting to wake up. They're starting to get a lot more mature at a young age because they have to. Do you think these baby boomers give a crap about you? I come from the baby boomer generation. They don't care about nobody but themselves. I mean, the proof is in the history. The proof is in the history. Look back in the 60s. These idiots were so adamant about this Mao Zedong horse crap that they committed terrorism. They committed terrorism in the name of leftism, for heaven's sake. I mean, it's scary. And I don't know what else to say, folks. I just don't know what to say. You know, I try to sit here and try to do whatever I can as if, I mean, look, I want you to understand this very, very, very clearly, okay? I am in no way trying to be some kind of caricature like an Alex Jones or who the hell, Michael Moore or anything of that nature, all right? I'm coming up here in an anonymous fashion, conveying truth because I feel that it's important, given the fact that we have a state-run media trying to convince us otherwise. And these contradictions and things that I say are obvious. They're obvious to America. At least they should be. But unfortunately, they're not. Anyway, folks, I want to talk a little bit about the... you know, before we get into immigration reform, let's loosen up a little bit. Let's loosen up just a tiny bit. Let's talk a little bit about this woman that I've come across in a variety of different periodicals. This broad named Tessa Savicki. Tessa Savicki is a mother who is suing a hospital in Massachusetts. Now, mind you, Massachusetts was the first state to mandate this, state-run healthcare system, this idea of federally mandating healthcare and that sort of thing. They did it first through the state. Anyway, Tessa Savicki is, a dirty dish rag whore, in my opinion, that decided that she was going to be an irresponsible piece of trash and shit out 9 children from a variety of different men. Right? And after the 9th child, the state-run healthcare system, or at least the federally mandated health insurance system in Massachusetts, somebody, I don't know who it was, but somebody within that system decided to say, hey, enough is enough. All right? I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to neuter this slut for the sake of humanity. So the hospital or the doctor or whoever took it upon themselves, allegedly, according to the affidavit and according to the lawsuit, took it upon themselves to neuter this broad Tessa Savicki. And now she's trying to sue the hospital and say, oh, I'm so traumatized. Oh, we wanted more children. Me and my current boyfriend and my current husband, we wanted more children. Oh, 9 children from a variety of different guys. It just wasn't enough for me. No, it wasn't enough for me. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, this is America. This is the new America that we're living in. Tessa Savicki, huh? I know I was supposed to have a show on Mother's Day. Unfortunately, I wasn't feeling it, and I just kind of quit after 20 minutes, but I want to think of this as my post-Mother's Day edition of the True Conservative radio program because Tessa Savicki, Octomom, Kate Gosselin, these sluts are now becoming more and more common amongst the state-run media as far as them subjecting them to us. And the reason is, folks, is because this is becoming more and more common in today's America. This is becoming equated with woman liberation, being some... I don't know. I've got 8 kids. I got 16 kids. I got 9 kids. Are you kidding me? Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and play a song dedicated. Hold on. Do I even have the song up here? I don't even think I have the song. Hold on. Let me upload the song, and then we'll go ahead and play it. But the reason that I want to, play this song because I feel that, if you've did a YouTube search on any of the commentary that I have given about Mother's Day, you will know that I am not a particular fan of the subject. It is a trivial idea. It is an idea made by the liberals to, subjugate America, and it's exactly what it's done. I mean, I don't believe in giving somebody kudos and props because they shitted out a couple of kids, you know. Doesn't matter how they raised them, doesn't matter how, they support them, doesn't matter if they're welfare cheats, it doesn't matter. If they're a mother, they shitted out children, oh, we got to praise you, here's a gift. And, you look at the Tessa Savickis, all right? You look at the Octo Moms. You look at the Kate Goslings. I mean, well, where is our society going? And, of course, I'm the bad guy because I bring this up. That's what's funny about it. I'm the bad guy. I'm the big bad wolf because I'm the one that wants, children to have two-parent families. I want, parents to be responsible and to take care of their children and raise them properly and give them good memories to look back upon. Not, dumping them in front of a boob tube or some, violent video game or, some sort of illegal alien child care provider. Give me a break. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take a break here. Now, this song is dedicated to Tessa Savicki. Or, you know what, better yet, this is dedicated to the children. This is dedicated to the children of Tessa Savicki, Kate Gosselin, Octomom, and any other kids that have moms that are similar to these dish rag sluts. This song's for you. Go ahead and play the song for these Octomom, shitting out 9, 10 kids type of broads. Go ahead and play the song. All right, play it.
Your mom's a whore, your mom's a whore, she sucks cocks at the dollar store. Your mom's a skank, your mom's a skank, she licked my balls and gave me a yank. Your mom's a trick, your mom's a trick, she eats vaginas and she swallows dicks. Your mom's a coos, your mom's a goose, she fucks the Muslims and sucks the Jews. Your mom's a bitch, your mom's a bitch, she left me with a nasty itch. Your mom's a slut, your mom's a slut, she likes cucumbers up her butt. Your mom's a hooker, she's not a looker, always complaining how her puss is aching. Which is weird, because she's a whore. I've got her number and a big cucumber. All that is left now is sex with the fat cow. Is sex with the fat cow. Is sex with the fat cow. Is sex with your mom. Your mom's a whore. Your mom's a whore. She sucks cocks at the dollar store. Your mom's a skank. Your mom's a skank, she licked my balls and gave me a yank. Your mom's a trick, your mom's a trick, she eats vaginas and swallows dicks. Your mom's a coos, your mom's a coos, she fucks the Muslims and she sucks the Jews. Your mom's a bitch, your mom's a bitch, she left me with a fucking itch. Your mom's a slut, your mom's a slut, she likes cucumbers up her butt. She likes cucumbers up her butt. She likes cucumbers up her butt. She likes them up her butt. You truck fun cunt.
Yeah, that's a little song by a man named Vincent Gaines called Your Mom's a Whore, and that was dedicated to all the bimbos who want to get entitlements and kudos for shitting out 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 kids from 7, 8, 9 different fathers. That's dedicated to you because you deserve it, you pieces of trash. You have trivialized life itself. Don't you dumb bitches realize that? Don't you realize that you have trivialized life by sitting here and turning into baby factories for your own personal gain? I mean, it's an utter disgrace. Utter disgrace. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. I thought that we would just take a different turn there and talk a little bit about Tessa Savicki. Anyway, what do you think? I mean, do you think Tessa Savicki should have got neutered? Do you think it was the proper place of the hospital? given the fact that it's now, state-mandated federal health insurance, do you think that the authority was given, whether indirectly or directly through bureaucratic red tape or not, the authority to for the doctor to neuter Tessa Savicki? She's got 9 kids. She's got no job, of course, no education. She's collecting entitlements. Some of the children are not even in her possession. Let's talk about this. I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869. Let's hear it. What's going on? Should we, should we neuter these broads? Should we? I don't know. In my personal opinion, I think that if these women want to go out and have these children, they want to allow anybody to impregnate them and penetrate their body, they should bear the consequence of those actions. Instead, we have an entitlement system that encourages women to shit out children. Then it encourages them. It pays them. It pays them our tax dollars, for heaven's sake. Good God. I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869. 503 area code. You're on the air. Hey, 503, you there? Hey, 503, what's going on?
Yeah, with Dr. Pepper, please.
All right.
A Nacho Supreme.
Is this guy ordering food?
All right.
One regular crunchy.
Are you ordering food, you fat bastard?
478, second one back.
Cool, thank you.
478, that ain't too bad in America. Anyway, whoever that was, they're kicking back. They're obviously going out for a midnight munch. I don't want to necessarily bother them. I want to hear from you, folks. What do you think about Tessa Savicki getting neutered by some, I don't know if it was a doctor or if it was a thing that was made by some board. Who knows? Who cares? I don't think it's that terribly bad of an idea. If this is what this federally mandated health insurance is going to do, they're going to start neutering some of these, wastes of human life that are doing nothing but trivializing life itself. I don't know. Is it a bad thing or is it not? I want to hear from you. 646-652-4869. And, of course, if you want to chat with us, folks, we've got a new official True Conservative Radio chat room. You can find the link to it at my Twitter site, all right, at the Twitter page, Ghost Politics. And if you look at the first tweet where it says True Conservative Radio is now live, chat live with us at http://expresspaltalk.net. Click that link and you can get to us through your web page, or you can download the program at paltalk.com and look for us in the political section. We are under the political section, and the name is True Conservative Radio, hosted by Ghost. And I want to see you here. I want to see some more people here. And I want to hear from you, 646-652-4869. You know what? I usually don't take these types of callers. But you know what? I'm feeling lucky, all right? 000, you're on the air.
Hello, am I on?
Yeah, what's going on?
Not much. Other than wondering why some people are saying that you're sending death threats and why they say you need to be neutered.
First of all, I don't need to be neutered, all right? Secondly, I'm not sending death threats to anybody, you stupid milky liquor, all right? What I'm doing here is trying to get the youth and the taxpayer to rise up in a fashion to where we can start affecting our legislative branch, our judicial branch, our executive branch. We need to stand up and take notice that the only way that things are going to change is if we demand it. And the only way we demand it is by telling this system and the damn corporate socialists that have merged with our government, Wall Street, the car industry, health insurance industry, we need to tell them that, hey, we bankrolled this whole ridiculous idea. And now we want our country back. You know, we're the taxpayer. You took our money and you spent it in this stupid experiment. It didn't work, you socialist bastards. Now we want to go back to capitalism. And the first thing we do is we unelect these idiots in 2010 and 2012. We unelect these pieces of crap. Once we unelect them, then we put in whoever the hell that is not a damn Republican or Democrat or teabagger or coffee partier or anybody that wants to put a stupid label next to their name. We need to elect idiots that don't have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of campaign contribution accounts, or campaign contributions in their accounts, I should say. You know, we need individuals that are going to do the will of the constituency, and their constituency is the taxpayer. Their constituency is the youth of America that's going to inherit this country. That's who their constituency is, and they're not doing it. And the only way we do it is if we go out there as a unified force, the taxpayer with the youth, and demand this from our government, demand this from our corporate socialist system. That's what I'm saying. I mean, in my personal opinion, I think we need some voter reform. I think we need term limits reform. You know, term limits and the fact that there should be no reason why a damn bureaucrat can serve for 30 years, 40 years, and make millions of dollars in campaign contributions and get it at the end of its term tax-free. There should be there's no justification in that whatsoever. And I know a lot of you milky lickers want to justify it, but I don't justify it. It's the bottom line. So, in essence, you know, I'm calling on the youth of America and the taxpayer. And who's the taxpayer? I don't care if you're cleaning enema bags for a living. Okay? I don't care if you're cleaning the crustaceans of leftover secretions in a XXX movie theater. I don't care if you're a small business owner. If you're paying taxes for a living, then you're making a bigger contribution than the so-called poor in America and those assholes in corporate socialist America via Wall Street, via the car industry, via the health insurance industry. That's what I'm saying, you stupid milky licker. 503, you're on the air.
503?
Yeah, what's going on? You there?
Yep.
Hey, what's going on?
Ghost.
Yeah, what's going on?
Ghost, I'm confused. I don't know how to think about this world anymore. I think there's just too many people out there to change anything.
Well, too many people out there in ignorance, I would imagine. I mean, if anybody had any rational thinking, they would understand that, you know, the only way we make civilization work in this world is if everybody makes some kind of a contribution. Now, nobody wants to make a contribution, and everybody just wants to accept the benefits.
Everybody's just going to sit home and watch their big screen TVs and not really care. They care, but they don't care enough to get out there and do anything about it.
I agree. I mean, but the youth has to. You know, the youth can't sit back and watch Adam Lambert on American Idol. They can't sit back and watch, you know, these stars that they throw in front of them in TV. They can't sit back. They have to act, and they have to act now.
Yeah, but look at the role models, us. We're not teaching them the way to do it.
Well, I've tried to make my contribution, sir.
So I know you have, but I mean, the youth aren't listening to you. They're not hearing you.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that they're listening to me. I have a whole bunch of emails. As a matter of fact, my official email is ghostpolitics@yahoo.com for all those folks that want to know. I get tons of emails from people that are 13, 14, 17. I mean, these are teenagers that are starting to realize that all the video games and all the technological gadgets are just a buffer until they finally get the chains of serfdom on their wrists and they are basically subjugated to the destiny of that consequence.
Yeah, I hear you. I don't mean to be a pessimist, but I just don't see things changing. There's too many people out there. I just don't think we can get it together. I don't think we can get it together in time before this whole thing just blows up.
Well, I hope not, sir. I mean, I'm trying to be as optimistic as possible. I don't want civil unrest in the street. I don't want civil disorder. I want protection of private property. Without private property, I mean, everybody's your property's my property. That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a blog or something you want to plug on here, sir?
No, I don't. I'm really just.
Actually, there's this hot blonde down at the mini mart. I'd like to plug her.
Well, yeah, I know. Y'all were out there. I heard y'all were ordering some Taco Bell or something.
I don't know anything about Taco Bell, but, you know, as much as I despise a woman like Sarah Palin being shoved in front of us like that, you know, we're not stupid. I see what's going on, but sometimes don't you just think about that wet muff of Sarah Palin? I mean, that's something right off of it.
Get him off. Get him off.
Get you off.
Get the hell out of here, for Christ's sake. I mean, do you see what I'm saying, folks? This is what I've been saying. I don't want to bring up Sarah Palin because, you know, she's a mockery of the conservative movement. But this is why people like Sarah Eskimo Bimbo Palin. Because, she's so hot. But she writes stuff on her hand. But, it's okay. It doesn't matter. But you have note cards in front of you. No, it doesn't matter. She couldn't name her favorite founding father. It doesn't matter. She's so beautiful, and God, I just want to wax my carrot just looking at Sarah Palin giving me that wink. She gives me that wink every time she looks at me on the television set. Oh, God, Give me a break. Anyway, once again, folks, I mean, the reason I conduct these broadcasts is to hope to spark some synapses. I mean, we need to start, promoting term limits. We need to start promoting voter reform. And what I mean by voter reform, do you think that these assholes in Wall Street and the car industry and the so-called PO in America, you think these people should be voting? I mean, isn't that a conflict of interest when a politician gives somebody taxpayers' money to live? Isn't this like bribery? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just think it's personal bribery. And when these bureaucrats can give our tax dollars to losers, and yet these losers have the same voter rights as the taxpayer, I just see a conflict of interest there. You know, I just don't agree with that. I think we need some voter reform. I think we need a lot of things here. And that's all there is to it. Now, I want to talk a little bit about immigration reform because that seems to be a real touchy situation within our national system today. And I'm going to be the first to say that even though I agree with the Arizona law, I just think it was inappropriate given the racial and political climate that the liberals are trying to induce. I mean, this goes right up the liberal alley, for heaven's sake. I mean, who do you think's organizing all these big rallies in front of John McCain's office? And just YouTube the damn thing. Just do a YouTube search for these damn riots, these civil riots they're trying to do in Arizona and the such. For what? I mean, isn't this an invasion? I mean, let's just say we all, there's about 150,000 of us, right? 150,000 capitalists. We just decide, hey, we're going to go in to England illegally. We're just going to go in there illegally, and we're going to set up shop, and we're going to start working, and we're going to collect entitlement. Do you think that they're going to just sit there, the English people, and say, oh, they're American, they want opportunity just like us tea drinkers do. Oh, yes, no, they would not. They would say, throw those Yankees out of here so I can have more fish and chips, all right? They would throw us out of there faster than they could say Benedict freaking Arnold, all right? So don't give me this crap that, we should have some sort of humanitarian compassion for these immigrants in America. These are invaders of the country. Don't you idiots understand that? Invaders of the country? I mean, when you come in here illegally, you're invading the country, and look at the civil unrest they're doing out here. I mean, this is disgrace. This is a disgrace what's happened in America. And, Arizona really didn't even need to do this. What they could have done is just cut funding to the sanctuary cities within their state. Cut funding to the police departments and the fire departments and the ambulances and city government and city services and city trash. Just cut funding and say, because your city is a sanctuary city and the population seems to be okay with it, we can no longer afford to give you funding based upon this abnormal number of unknown illegal citizens. And do you think that the citizens of that city or sanctuary city are going to continue housing illegal immigrants? Do you think that they're going to continue to house illegal immigrants after they no longer have policemen on the streets? They no longer have fire department, that sort of thing? No, of course not. Second thing we should do, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, is we need to throw in jail all the individuals and CEOs and business owners that hired these illegal immigrants. I mean, we need to throw them in jail for treason, because that's what they're doing. They're aiding and abetting an invader of this country. Because that's what these illegal immigrants are, you milky lickers. They're invaders of this country. And you do those two things, all right? You do those two things, cut funding to sanctuary cities and throw CEOs and individuals in jail. Well, then you're going to get illegal immigrants out of the country, because the environment's going to be hostile for them. It's going to be hostile. And where are they going to go? Maybe we'll make it Canada's problem. Maybe we'll make it Mexico's problem, like it should be. These are individuals coming from that country. Well, maybe we'll make it somebody else's problem. Some liberal country that's throwing us the finger because we're not falling hook, line, and sinker with this humanitarian spin on the invasion of our country. I don't know. Anyway, I want to hear from you. What do you think about this immigration nonsense, huh? 646-652-4869. Excuse me. And, of course, folks, if you want to chat with us, I'm going to be chatting in the chat room after the show. If you want to get to the chat room, the easiest way is to go to my Twitter page at Ghost Politics. Go to my Twitter page and click the link on the last Twitter post I have posted. Click that link and you'll be able to connect to the website that has my chat room. Connect right to it through your browser. No downloading anything, none of that nonsense. And it's a safe, we can chat afterwards. And for those of you that want to download the program itself, it's paltalk.com. Go download it. It's free. And it's the True Conservative Radio Show hosted by Ghost Room. It's in the politics section. Come join us. I want to chat with you. Let's talk some politics, and let's do this, all right? Anyway, 646-652-4869 is the number to call here. I want to hear from some more callers. I want to hear from you about immigration. We all know what Obama feels about immigration. We all know what the immigrants feel about Obama, isn't that right? Hey, Paco, what do you feel about Obama? What do you feel about Obama, Paco? Let's hear it. That's right, Hans. Viva Obama, eh? I got my free green card, Hans. Órale, free green card, free entitlement, Hans. I got everything, eh? I got everything paid for, thanks to the liberals, eh? Thanks to Obama. Órale! Viva! Viva Obama!
Viva Obama! Viva Obama! Familias unidas, seguras y hasta con plan de salud. Viva Obama! Viva Obama!
Viva!
Luchando por nuestra nación.
That's right, Holmes.
si eres de San Antonio.
That's right, Horn. We're thinking over, eh?
Shut it off.
Shut it off.
But, you know, that's what the illegal immigrants think about Obama. And, you know, when they finally pushed this amnesty bill, which I have blogged about some time ago, they're finally initiating it like I suggested in the blog around summertime. They want to give these people amnesty. Now, what does amnesty guarantee the liberal regime? It guarantees them a good number of votes. Because do you think the illegal immigrants are going to forget about the politician or the political party that gave them amnesty and gave them legal citizenship because the only thing they did was able to cross a border without getting caught and, you know, eluding authorities? This is a fact. This is what's happening here, folks. And I think that what Arizona did was just a response by a lackadaisical approach of our border situation by our federal government. It seems to me that they're purposely allowing these illegal immigrants into the country. They're throwing a humanitarian spin on the idea that,
oh, they want the jobs that Americans don't want.
Well, what jobs are those exactly? Because we don't do anything anymore. We don't produce anything anymore. Do you understand? All we do is give out entitlements, huh? Cash for clunkers, cash for crap. I mean, that's all we do. I mean, we're Junkyard America, for heaven's sake. Welcome to Junkyard America.
Yee-haw! That's right, baby. Free government cheese, baby. Oh, yeah. Cash for clunkers, cash for crap, yak, don't talk back, baby. Yeah, that's right, baby. I got my free Cadillac, free check, free food card, baby. I got everything on the taxpayer dime, baby. Yeah! Welcome to Junkyard America, baby. Yeah! Get down, get down, get down, get down, Montana. Thank Obama, baby. Thank Obama, Obama, Papa. Yeah.
Anyway, I also wanted to bring up the fact that I've been doing that Junkyard America bit for the past year, and some periodical out of Long Island, New York, decided to take the, you know, Sanford and Son theme and apply it to the Barack Obama family. I don't know if anybody saw this little piece that was, I believe, inspired by the True Conservative radio program. Truth be told, I think the editor or the illustrator or whoever wrote that piece probably listened to this program and correlated Barack Obama and Michelle Obama with Junkyard America, with Sanford and Son. That's exactly where that thing comes from, you know?
Oh, yeah, Willis, I think this is a big one, baby. I think this is a big one. Oh, I think I'm ready to shut up.
But this is it. This is Junkyard America. Anyway, folks, I'm going to go ahead and cut the show short here. And the reason I'm going to cut the show short is, well, frankly, I'm a little drained and I'm a little jaded. But yet I want to thank the young people that called up and said for me to continue doing what I'm doing. And I'm going to continue. And I'm going to make these shows more frequent. But I want you to spread the word also. You need to go out there and post on posters and post it on walls, death to the welfare state. Capitalism or death. Screw single mothers, on welfare. I mean, we need this type of harsh language put in the faces of the general American public. We need propaganda pamphlets, You know what we need to do? I'm trying to actually design a flyer that looks like a food stamp, all right? A flyer that looks like a food stamp. You start throwing them around the floor at these grocery stores, and these idiots start picking them up, and you look on the back of the food stamp, it actually berates them for being useless mooches that they are. We need this type of propaganda being put out there with the American public. We need these idiots to start feeling like they're pieces of wasted human flesh, because if they don't, they're going to be comfortable with this idea of just collecting entitlement checks from our tax-paying dollars. They're just going to be comfortable with just doing nothing but turning perfectly good food into shit, and that's their contribution to this civilization. And we can't do that. There's too many people on the earth. We are draining the natural resources off of this planet, and the reason is because we have way too many people that are inconsiderate, ungrateful, gluttonous assholes who believe that they should just be taken care of because they're alive, and they should make no contribution. They should do nothing to help society whatsoever or their civilization to maintain its sustenance. Instead, they want to be drains on this system. They want to be moochers of this system, and I, being a taxpayer, and the youth and the taxpayers out there in the world should not be sitting by and allowing these idiots to take comfort in this ridiculous entitlement system. We need to start taking our country back. We need to start taking this country back one politician at a time. We need to unelect these pricks, both Republican and Democrat. We need to force these politicians to vote the constituency's will. We need to force these politicians to initiate strict term limits so that we can no longer have these conflicts of interest of having 30-year politicians funded by these morons that have merged with our government. We need to force those assholes in Wall Street to give us back every red cent of our tax-paying dollars. If they don't, well, then we'll take down Wall Street and put all those criminals in front of a court of law and put them to justice. And we need to do this, and we need to be serious about this, because I'm a capitalist. I'm a true capitalist. I think that government has no business in the private sector, but now the government is becoming the private sector. It's becoming the entity that creates products. I mean, GM is 61% owned by the American government. All right, Wall Street is owned by the American government. And if you don't believe me, take a look at Stimulus Package 2. Take a look at all the ass clowns that were paid off during that bill and every other bill thereafter, and look at all the money that went to Wall Street that basically enabled these executives to take these $100 million bonuses that the Democrats like to highlight so much. They like to put the capitalist face on Wall Street, even though these people are not capitalists. They've been paid off by our government. Do you understand that? There's a merger between Wall Street and our government. And May 6th, the crash on May 6th was a proof of, it was proof. It was a vulgar display of power between the Wall Street corporate socialists and the government. Because, remember, this was during the time when Greece was having its riots, and the market was already down 400 points at about 2:40 p.m. Eastern Time. The market was already down 400 points. Then came these erroneous trades, from all these different stocks at 1 penny or zero, which brought the market down another 600 points. It brought the market down 600 points in 10 minutes. So before you know it, the market was down 1,000 points, and luckily, everybody just didn't sell off and liquidate their securities, because we would have seen a 5,000-point drop in the market. And what would you have thought if we would have seen a 5,000-point drop in the market on May 6th? What would have happened? Oh, that's right. The government would come in and save the day, wouldn't they? That's what they wanted. That's what this was all about. But you see, Americans are so hard up for cash that they were willing to scrape up some of these stocks that were hit during these erroneous trades that the SEC is now trying to bill as, there was a variety of different factors that caused the volatility on May 6th. There's no one clear factor. Yeah, right. That's why I'm telling you, folks, if you're a taxpayer, if you're a young person in America, it is your time now. It is your time. You want to help us in this fight? You want to help us? Start writing pamphlets. If you're a graphic artist, start giving out propaganda. Start creating propaganda posters. Send them to me. Post them on the internet. I'll post them out here where I'm located in Texas, and we'll give them out to everybody so they can post them all over the world. We need to understand that it's capitalism or it's nothing. We don't want socialism. We don't want some power-hungry bureaucrat telling us what to eat, what to sleep, when to sleep, what kind of house we can have, what kind of car we can drive. We don't need this garbage. We need freedom. We need personal responsibility. We need liberty. We need the protection of private property. We need civil rule of law. But civil rule of law based upon what idea? And the idea that I put forth before you all is capitalism, folks. Not this warped idea of corporate socialism that is being put forth as capitalism in today. Don't be fooled. When those dumbasses at Goldman Sachs were in front of the Senate investigations panel several weeks ago, the government was purposely putting those idiots in front of the boob tube to put a capitalist face on those corporate socialist assholes. But let's keep in mind, folks, that the idiots in the Senate investigations panel that were waving their fingers at those Goldman Sachs executives were the same idiots collecting campaign contribution accounts from those same executives. I mean, we can't get any more sick than this. I mean, we couldn't make this up. This is disgusting. But this is American politics, and the only people that can change it, the only people that have the power to change it, the only people that have the energy to change it, and the only people that should have the will to change it are the taxpayer and the American youth. And let me tell you something. There's a lot of people counting on both of you. A lot of people counting on both of you to bring back America to the way it used to be. And start demanding it. Because remember, let's take a trip back 30, 40 years ago when these hippies were out here at Woodstock having mud pit orgies, dropping acid, listening to Timothy Leary, and, trying to be Mao Zedong communist hippies and all this other crap. These people were so serious about their political ideals that they committed terrorism on American soil. I know those dumbass hippies want to forget about it. I know those idiots that are in power today within the bureaucratic American government system want to just pretend that it just didn't happen and maybe it'll go away, but it did happen, folks. It did happen. So what people today have to do is we have to post it all over the place. We have to, hit hard with propaganda, and I'm calling on you. If you happen to make good videos, well, make a video promoting the capitalist movement, promoting the idea of getting away from the welfare state and promoting an idea of opportunity, not handouts. If you're somebody who is a great artist, we need you out here to make propaganda posters and propaganda pamphlets, and we need you people. I'm telling you, we need you all out here. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you're 13 years old, if you're 90 years old, we need you out here on the front lines, folks. You don't need to do anything crazy. Let's just shove it in the people's faces. Let's shove it in the people's faces with propaganda. And that's why I'm telling everybody that's within the sound of my voice, please go out there, make a contribution, all right? Put it on walls and put it on everywhere. Make poster boards of crap. We need to shove it in the people's face. That's the only way this is going to make noise, folks. That's the only way this damn mainstream media is going to listen. It's the only way, folks, and I'm telling you, once we start making a wave by putting big posters of, how we are against this corporate socialist system, how we are against this welfare state, how we are against this bureaucratic, vulgar display of power. Once these media people start covering these pamphlets that are being passed out and these posters that are being posted up and all this crap, prank calls, the 4chaners out there, I'm calling on you too. I mean, y'all are real classic about making prank calls and going out there and getting through lines and hacking and all this other crap. Well, why don't you do it for a cause, man? I mean, this damn generation, this baby boomer generation sold you all out. They sold you out to socialism. They sold you out to serfdom. And you didn't have a choice. You didn't have a choice. You know what they did? They threw you in front of a computer, or they threw you in front of some electric gadget, or in front of some boob tube or a violent video game, and they expected you to grow up on your own. They expected you to figure out that you were taking up the tailpipe with no Vaseline on your own. That's what they expected you to do. And now that the young people have no economic opportunity whatsoever. I mean, compared to the baby boomers could be complete and utter idiots. They could have dropped out of school and still had an economic opportunity to raise their family, to have houses, to have cars, to have children, and properly raise them. Even they had economic opportunities, damn it. But the youth of America today has no economic opportunities. None! And then you force some of these youths to go to vanity schools and put themselves into $100,000 in debt before they even enter in the employment market, before they even enter in the economic game. They're $100,000 in debt before they even enter in the economic game, for Christ's sake. And then you ungrateful, disgusting pieces of baby boomer shit, you idiots still want these young people to pay for Social Security? You still want them to pay for Medicaid and Medicare? You still want them to pay for this crap when they're not going to see it? They're not going to see it. They're not going to see 1 red cent that you're taking out of their pocket. And let me tell you something. Those taxes that you're taking out of the young people's pockets, it's nothing. Those economic opportunities that young people are getting today in America are nothing. And then you want them to pay Social Security so you prostate-infected old bastards can continue to collect Social Security? Are you kidding me? I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, do you not have a soul? Do you not care about future generations? I think it's a disgrace. I mean, nothing makes me sick in the world than seeing some fat lard ass in one of those, those motor scooter little things, the hover-rounds, or whatever the hell you call them. You know what I'm talking about, these fat, obese pieces of lard-ass trash. They go around the store and they wheel themselves around like some little motor scooter, and they got a little basket in front of it so they can put their crap. You know what I'm talking about, right? Well, guess what? Those things are paid for by our tax-paying dollars. They're paid for by Medicaid, Medicare. Those fat bastards are getting free scooters on our tax-paying dime because they're fat and they're lazy pieces of crap. These fat asses are getting all these entitlements, and it makes me sick. It makes me sick. God, it makes me sick. It makes me sick. I can't believe my tax-paying dollars are going for this crap. I can't believe my tax-paying dollars are going for this crap. I can't just... Can't believe this crap. I don't even know. I don't even know if I'm on the air. I don't even know if I'm on the air anymore, folks, but I don't think I got the energy. I don't think I got the energy to keep going here on this broadcast. So I'm going to go ahead and end the show here. I'm going to calm my ass down. But let me tell you something. I am going to be in the official new True Conservative chat room. I'm going to be in the new True Conservative Radio chat room, and it's on the paltalk.com chat network. And for you folks that want to download the program, tell them OG_Ghost sent you. And I'm going to be chatting later on tonight as soon as I get myself together and maybe have something to drink or something. Maybe we can chat here for all the folks that are listening in and want to, continue the political debate. Come on down to the True Conservative Radio chat room. It's on Pal Talk. And for those of you that don't want to download the program, you can go to my Twitter page at Ghost Politics and click the link on the very recent tweet post. All right, click that link. It says True Conservative Radio is now live. Chat live with us, and go ahead and click that link. And come in and chat with us, for heaven's sake. We're going to be doing some chatting here in the chat room, and I want to hear from you freaking milky lickers. Anyway, folks, I don't know when I'm going to conduct another broadcast, but I would like for everybody to please keep in contact with me, all right? My official email address is ghostpolitics@yahoo.com. Once again, ghostpolitics@yahoo.com. And, of course, follow me on Twitter, folks. It's the best way to figure out when I'm going to conduct these live sporadic broadcasts here on the Blog Talk Radio Network. The Twitter name to follow is Ghost Politics. All one word, no underscores, you milky lickers. Ghost Politics. Follow me on Twitter. It'll be the quickest, fastest, easiest opportunity to figure out when I'm going to be conducting these broadcasts. And once again, folks, I'm going to be blogging this evening. If you want to check out the blog, ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. And I think that's pretty much it, folks. I'm sorry, I'm a little pooped here, if you will. I've been, up and down here. I've been working hard as of late. Been trying to diversify my portfolio so that in case of any economic upheavals, I'd still be able to maintain sustenance and survive, if you will. So that's been on my mind, and at the same time, what also has been on my mind is the fact that America is taking this transition into socialism, and we need to stop it as soon as possible. So please, do what you can. If you're a young person, go out there and talk to the teachers. Confront them. Confront them with the information that I commentate on this broadcast. Question everybody. Question every old person about everything. And on the top of which, the Internet is the best tool of your trade. I mean, this is unlimited amount of information. You can know anything at any time. So you can outsmart all these people. And you need to start standing up for your rights, because all this that's going on is going on your dime. It's coming out of your pocket. You know, the whole credit card idea, well, that's kind of a similar thing that's happening here. All this credit that the baby boomers and all these generations have taken out, they've taken it out on you, your children, your children's children, your children's children's children, and so forth. They've taken it out on these people. And you're never going to see the type of economic opportunities that were accorded to these damn baby boomers who now want to be taken care of by your tax dollars, which, you know, of course, these baby boomers who had control of the country didn't leave you any economic opportunity. They didn't leave you any economic opportunity, and now they want you to pay taxes out of your bean paycheck, your paycheck of beans. It's ridiculous, folks. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me, whether it's live or in the archive. Please spread the word, please spread the word about the True Conservative Radio program. We're going to continue to do this. I'm going to see if I can do this either a broadcast tomorrow, and if I can't do it, check me out this weekend. Don't be afraid to email me or send me some tweets, folks. I'm going to start responding to tweets. I'm going to start getting into Twitter a little bit more. because I know that some people really pay attention to that malarkey and they think it's cool. So we're going to go ahead and get more involved in that. And by the way, folks, coming soon, yours truly is going to make a movie. That's right. I have been contacted by a variety of different people who actually want me to do a documentary about the entitlement system in America, so on and so forth. Basically, it's up to my own discretion what I want to make the documentary about. But these guys are willing to fund it. And, of course, I'm not going to be like Alex Jones or Michael Moore or any of these other glory hog bastards who are going to put themselves as part of a subject of the documentary. I'm not going to put myself as the subject of the documentary. I'm just going to convey the information, do some investigation, and then present it. And I'm going to give it away. I'm going to give it away on YouTube or Google Video or one of these video outlets. So I want everybody to, keep your eye out for that, maybe late summer. We're starting, the first pre-production process here in the next couple of weeks. So be on the lookout for that, folks. I'm telling you, folks, we are going to do things, and we're going to make sure that the youth and the taxpayers' voices are heard. The youth and the taxpayers' voices will be heard. All right? And believe me, the youth and the taxpayers should have a little bit more authority than these moochers of society, both the Wall Street and corporate socialists, and these idiots collecting all of these entitlements out of the taxpaying dime. Anyway, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Thank you once again. Please spread the word about the True Conservative Radio program. blogtalkradio.com/ghost is the official website of the True Conservative Radio program. But once again, to figure out when I'm going to conduct a live broadcast, Ghost Politics, Twitter. All right, that's the Twitter name to follow. And by the way, send me some tweets. You want to ask me some questions, send me an email, ghostpolitics@yahoo.com. Until then, folks, I am out of here. Thank you once again for listening to me. I was really flattered and taken back by the youth that has called up earlier in the program and telling me and encouraging me to continue forward. That really means a lot to me, and that's why I continue to do this broadcast. So thank you very much. Long live the true conservative movement, death to feminism, and death to the welfare state.
A Napa guy knows the only way you'd give a freshly minted driver a brand new car is if he promises to never drive it. Instead, let him grind the gears and knock over the neighbor's mailbox in something a little more suited to his skill level. And with over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, he can safely drive something that's nearly as old as he is. It's not perfect, but it's perfect for him. That's Napa know-how.